What's up, guys? In this particular video, we're going to be talking about a dynastic trust. Now, this is something I heard about. I've only most recently been put back onto the game thereof. But from what I hear, they're pretty jazzy. So let's take a look at the dynastic trust. Meanwhile, you guys should be hitting that bell, like, subscribe, especially you ladies out there, because, well, YouTube told me you guys are slacking. All right. Let's get those numbers up with the boys. You guys talking about you know, do everything a man can do. Well, hit that subscribe. Let's make it hot. All right. The boys are at 75% ahead of you guys. They started off equal, and now, I don't know, the boys are pulling away. But let's get to the regularly scheduled program. Shazam! Dynastic trust. So a dynastic trust can, in theory, last forever. Assets in a dynastic trust can grow and be protected from your decedents, creditors. So the people who you pass on your stuff to, it's protected from the creditors, former spouses, and their own wasteful habits. Dynastic trusts can also avoid estate taxes, saving large sums of money over the years. New laws that allow and encourage a dynastic trust. Historically, trusts could only last a certain number of years, like in the United States, unless you make one and have it recorded that it is a foreign one from either your own or an outside jurisdiction. Many states had a rule against perpetuities. So is there a perpetuity trust? Don't know. Maybe we should take a look at that. Okay. Irrevocable, living. So a living trust offers no tax advantages unless it's irrevocable and reduces the size of the grantor's taxable estate. Okay, well, guess what? We now know about dynastic trusts. Okay. So let's look up perpetuity trust. Just taking a wild stab in the dark here. And that reverts to a dynastic trust. There you go. All right, so now we know what one of the, other than something completely foreign or from a foreign micronation trust, the next best thing is a dynastic trust. All right, so for more information, look for somebody who knows more about that. If anybody has additional information, please feel free to contact me. Yeah, Skeletor. Yeah. Otherwise, look it up for yourself and find out all the ins and outs. I highly suggest probably looking in Black Law's dictionary or something like that. You know what? We got it right here, right? Let's do it. Let's just see. All right. I'm going to Black Law's dictionary number uno because it usually has all the good stuff. Well, not all the time, but we'll see. Nope, not in that. So let's try looking it up under trust. Okay, let's see. It does talk about private and public trusts. but not a dynastic one. All right, so at least not in the first edition. So real quick, I'll jump to the shebang. So now I'll jump to Black Law's 11th edition. Oh yeah. Sometimes, usually the first one don't let me down, but apparently Okay. There are lots of different types of trusts. There's even one called an Alaska Trust. So I guess you can make your own trust and make it private, which is what I've been preaching since day one. Wait, hold on. Wow. How did I not look this up before? There's one called a Delaware Trust, and it just says see asset protection. Wow. I'm gonna have to mark this page and come back to this. But for now, we're just going to talk about the Dynastic Trust. Okay, so the Dynastic Trust, 1989, a generation skipping trust funded with the amount that is permanently exempt from generation skipping tax and designed to last more than 2 generations. In 2000, a settler could contribute $1 million to a dynastic trust. Almost half the states allow dynastic trusts despite their potential for lasting more than 100 years. Also termed a GST super trust or a CF perpetual trust. All right, y'all gonna have to bear with me. I'm gonna have to man, they're shady. So yeah, okay, it says see also term GST super trust. I go to GST super trust, it says see dynastic trust. That's how they hide stuff, people. That's how they hide stuff. They don't want to term what that is. Anytime they do that, you really need to find out what a GST super trust is then. So when they're using a term and they tell you to look at the previous to define it, there's something there. So there's a lot of trusts. Man, there's so much information. Pet trust, offshore trust, oral trust. Okay. Well, your boy's got some more work to do. That's why everybody's like, how come you're always busy? Stumble across something else that's interesting. Let's see. I need to. Okay. Well, it's like put that on the floor to remind myself to read that. All right. I don't even know what we were talking. Oh, dynastic trust. Lost my way. All right, so that's it, guys. You know what? Hold on. While you guys are here, let me just look up that term. Oh, so GST just stands for Generation Skipping Transfer Trust. It's designed to avoid estate taxation after the death of the beneficiary. And during the life of the beneficiary, the assets in the trust are used for their health, education, maintenance, and support. It says you only need to register for a GST trust once, even if you operate more than one business. If you are not registered for GST, check each month to see if you've reached the threshold or are likely to exceed it. You need to register within 21 days of your GST turnover exceeding the relevant threshold. Luckily, the current threshold is at $11.7 million. Unless you're ultra wealthy, your estate won't owe any taxes. Huh. Special rules for allocation of a GST trust is 26 USC 2632. Also known as a direct skip. Indirect skip, taxable. Man, how can you, so much to learn. Okay. All right, that is it for this program. All right, so yeah, now you guys know something I just learned a whole lot more of. All right, so that's it, guys. Take care. Stay wise, stay woke, stay aware, stay werewolfy. Talk to you guys later. We'll be back in a jiffy. That's it. Hit the subscribe. And don't bring your kids. This is not a kid show. Sorry, children.